Hi everyone, today in this video we're going to speak about what I will say that are like one of the biggest type of heroes that a lot of people seems that they do when we're talking about the financial life. And obviously everyone tends to get the same objective, always wanting to get as much as possible as wealth, and is so requiring having always a positive type of differential between how much I earn and how much I pay. And so probably the biggest errors will be people that they don't manage well their costs, and as well people that they do not work to having a better incomes than what they get now. So first of all, what do you have to understand? Don't mind the equation of wealth, that is the trade-offs that exist, what you receive, what you pay, and obviously this differential multiply by how much exists this differential. We can say that normally the incomes comes in the final of a month, so in a year you kind of have you have 12 differentials that you can so make a calculation how much of profit you have got during so 1 year of your life. And so you have to do mind this the equation, what you save, what you pay, and obviously multiply this differential between the number of periods that you have payments and you have savings, and then so we have the wealth that you have acquired. And obviously this is something that varies. We have sometimes that we kind of get stuck and we have more things that we pay, other things we have, and we can get luck and we can receive some things, some money coming from a lotteries, and so we have to get in count that life is not consistent, neither always it is, as much as we will possibility we would like to be. And so we have to respect it, but we have to get a strategy that make us have a constant differential, that we are always in the positive, we have always more earnings than payments. And then so we can start by manage what's probably is the biggest type of problem that people face, that is managing their costs and trying to optimize, so decreasing as much as possible. What you have to get in count is that your accounts, or what you pay your bills, they exist because you're trying to pay something then you feel that you have a need for. And so in reality, that in a society that we are today, by we being so much evolved, we tend to make attributions of value in relation with something, then that once they this type of value that we attribute for something, that something doesn't have the value that we attribute, because mainly what we need to survive is having to eat, probably having to take care if we're feeling sick, so probably sometimes we have to take some pills, we have to go from the doctor, probably we need as well some clothes, but obviously not exaggerating. And if we're gonna start develop, probably we need some type of expense with things that we need to get as well a good amount of entertainment. It's always useful to have a bit of entertainment in your life. And obviously in a world that is required you to work in order to get money, you need as well to pay in education, in things that you need to learn, because obviously you as well have to work in your incomes. But reality is that it's not something that if you see it, it's not something that it's clear. You don't have like the clarity to understand the point that you already should not pay in getting more things, because there are things that don't have that much effect. Example of what I can call a suboptimal type of value that you can got. Probably people that spend a lot of money buying pencils that they can write in their phones or in their computer for education stuffs. Probably something that has suboptimal effects can help you to pay and can help you like to write in your PC. Can be something that has value, but the reality is that you have to kind of do analysis, a trade-off between if what you're gonna spend in that type of materials, if they kind of gives like you value much more than what you're gonna spend. In reality is that we reach a point that we start paying it just because your money and we don't know how to spend. And that's something that starts to become a bit more tricky, and that's something that happens even more with people that they have a lot, so people that they can start spending in things that we can call that are not so much useful. And obviously it's important so that it doesn't exist a line that it's easy so to clarify, as for example existing foods. We have poisonous foods and we have foods that we can eat. In the world of dispense, we don't have like things that clarify we don't need to buy and other ones not. It's not that much easy. It depends as well of your power of purchase. And so for not entering in a way that if you start working in your incomes and you start earning more, you tend in tendency, if you don't control yourself, try to spend, and you spend more in things that in the past you will not spend. You will be live as much as good as you are living now with more incomes. And so what is we have to get in count is working in trying to be consistent. And so how you can do it, you can probably you can do like a list that you say what are things that I really need in my life and do it, and other things that you starts, and you can like be in a position that you're in a supermarket, you see just because you have money you now have a tendency to buy it. Starting if is a thing that in reality useful. It's like probably what I'm trying to say is that you need to rationalize more, and not because you're not more in a scarcity zone that now you have more income, you have more to spend. It's not a justification to start buying things that are not essential for you. You have to start working more in how to preserve what you have, and not just because you have tried to spend without rationalize. That's something that you have to get in count, because it's sustainable in long term, the money that you have, so not spending things that they don't aggregate too much for you. And so it's going to contribute for the wealth that you have, and it's going to get you more money for some of the things that as well are other part of equation, incomes. And incomes, a lot of the part of the incomes that people get is from the value they deliver for the other ones in terms of work, or whatever is the work that you do. And for that you have to get education. And so education requires you to pay money for the other ones that have spent their time making and educating you. And so for that you need money. And if you spend money in things that you don't have, like you don't see, it's not that you see, but you've not rationalized and you have understood that you could like have not spend money, and now you will have spent money in the thing that's most useful in the other type of period that you have been exposed to education material. And so it's why requires you to have rationalized in the past to have a better present. And so now what I will be say that's useful, get and make a configuration in your environment in order to be more easy for you to spend money in good things. What I have did, and I've get so to you the trick is so putting a list what you really need in your month to survive. In the rest you do rationalize, and you so try to understand if you really need that thing, or if it's something that just comes because you have additional money that you have not spent. And then rationalize as well comes with making it more easier to so increment your incomes. And so now that I've got what is the reason for you getting incomes, well, that you aggregate for other ones, probably instead of just fullifying your phones, your computers with apps, games, just because you now have a good life and you don't have like always to be working, instead of just spending your time all in that, just because now you have a easier life, or you have a easier life since the start of your life, you don't have like in a poverty type of family, neither a poverty type of country. Try to work in motivating you to do the things that people normally say that are like hard: study, doing diets, to always having a better performance as well in studies and in the world that requires you so to have intellectual tasks, because you cannot understand that the body is just separated from the your brain. Not is not the way that it works. Your body, if your body is good, your brain as well is better. And so having the ability to manage, arrange time to have what to work in your diet, work in your body, things that comparable, it's like it's comprobated, science says that makes you have and makes you be better, and obviously by you making be better you can be productive, and productive, if obviously is applied for the good things, so makes you have more money. And so be essential, be more essentialist instead of just buying it and buying things that doesn't get great value, spending times in things that they're not just valuable for you. Because if you want to get wealth, well, you need to get sacrifice. You have to get sacrifices to be done. You have to do it. You have to understand that's trade-offs. All is about trade-offs. Or you spend your time having and just being gaming 3-4 hours a day, or you trade off. You don't have this spending and you get so in studying it, in being armed, that you're kind of motivated by being surrounded by people that instead of just being gaming it, just being in bets, the people that study. And so you naturally, by being a network that their natural behavior is done, you're also going to be have like a likelihood to be and to be someone that does as well the behavior of the network that they are included on. And so be smart in managing your environment to as well so make you someone more prone to make and be the person that you want. That basically, if you want to be wealth, you want to create income. How you create income? Probably by someone that creates something, is productive, manage the time that is spent in the value that it creates, so as education, as methodology that were developed and were educated about, and as well people that feels motivation by being present with other ones that they can be competition, which so as well makes me want to step up, which so are things that makes me have more prone to receive more. So mainly the point that you see is you need to be smart to have wealth, and to need to be smart, I'm adopting a posture that I'm not saying that's fixed. So you have to develop the way that you can be smart, and this taking care for your body, rationalizing over your day. It's something that makes so your brain being more developed, which so is a thing that helps you to have wealth, and so making better trade-offs between the short-term pleasures and the long-term pleasures. That's the ones that people want, but are as well the ones that are most hard to get. So I expect this video makes you a bit more smarter and a bit more close to what you pretend in your life, and see you in the next one.